A Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bashim Chakodash, the bonds of the apostles of the great millstone that rule well, and Shalom to roads and highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully, and continually fighting the good fight of faith. Lord willing, we are found in that number to be delivered. All right, so I'm back on the main channel. This channel was cut down for 2 weeks, but it went into damn near 4 weeks. Esau wouldn't let me do anything on it. But be that as it may, these devils ain't going to adhere to their own rules anyway. All right. So we're going to go through a few scriptures, concerning the time that we're coming into, man. It's here, man. We're here. We're on the precipice of all these things starting to really, come to pass. Prophecy is starting to unfold every day. And a lot of you men out there who are just bullshitting and pussyfooting and, not taking these prophecies serious, man, you're going to find yourself, in a real bad situation, because the Lord's going to track you down, man. As the scripture says, cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully. All right? So let me play this quick clip here.
The street in San Jose, California, filled with protesters. And take a look at this scene in Atlanta. The anger goes from coast to coast. But many watching the violent and destructive images in parts of Minneapolis are asking why. How is this a constructive way to express your frustration? Arcivo Sansami takes a look at the history of unrest in this country.
To many Americans, it doesn't make sense. Why would you burn down businesses and set fire to the streets?
No peace! No peace!
And in your own neighborhoods.
California's governor has declared a state of emergency for Los Angeles to curb the violence.
White Americans were asking these same questions in the late 1960s as these heartbreaking images of fire and fury beamed into their homes. And they're asking those same questions tonight.
We must
You see, this is the problem with Esau, these Edomites. All right? Because they've lived deliciously, throughout their tenure being in power. All right? But they're going to soon feel the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and get put right back in that stead of being cavemen, being in caves and, eating rocks and all kinds of bullshit. Okay? It's always about, how can they do this to their own neighbor? Jake is fed up, man. Jake is fully and thoroughly fed up. And it's going to be evidently clear when the Lord starts to really bring havoc on this place. This is 2 Ezra 16:40. It says, O my people, hear my word, and make ye ready to the battle, and those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. All right? So when you see Jake busting down doors and burning up, it ain't that ain't our shit, man. That's not our shit. It don't belong to us. That's why Jake is be burning shit and trying to, burn shit down to the ground. It ain't our the neighborhood don't belong to us. The majority of these neighborhoods have got Esau's name plastered all over the place. All right? It don't matter, man, because the time is gonna come where the Lord's gonna put a speedy riddance to this place. But these evils, they're coming. They're coming, and nobody's gonna be able to stop them either. Esau always wants to be that. How could somebody do such a thing to their own neighborhood? These neighborhoods don't do a goddamn thing for us, man. And especially in this time period. Now we have the hopeful elect. We don't give a damn, what goes on in these neighborhoods. We're waiting on Yahweh Shem Yahushai to come back and to avenge us. All right. But all that being said, you crackers are gonna see, you're gonna feel it, man. These Jakes, so-called Negroes, West Indian, Latin people, they're gonna be going into your neighborhoods. They're gonna be going to your buildings. There's gonna be all types of hell going on out here, man. And nobody's gonna be able to say, hey, stop that, don't do that. No, because the scripture says, matter of fact, we'll get it as we go through this. We'll go get a few more scriptures. All right. This is Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. When you think you're going to be able to trust your neighbor or trust some guy that you grew up with and trust somebody that, you believe in, there's not going to be any love for you, man. There's not going to be any love. It's going to be survival of the fittest, and a lot of you people are going to end up dying by the hands of your neighbor, by the hands of your best friend. And this is just the way it's going to go, man. That's just the way it's going to go here in Babylon. This place is going to be nothing but mass confusion. All right? Especially for those who've struggled, who fought, who've, haven't been given a fair share or fair chance, who hasn't had, the ability to get, ahead in life. That time's going to come when they're going to realize now is their time. Now they're going to say to themselves, now it's our time to go do what we want to do and how we going to do it. So be ready, man. Be ready. We, like I said, we're the hopeful elect. We ain't going to we're not going to get caught up in all that shit, man. But the masses of the people, they can't wait. They can't wait for shit to pop off. Because you're not going to have the ability to, call for the authorities or, have the military running around. It's going to be lawless out here, man. It's going to be a very lawless society. Okay? And it's coming. It's coming faster than you could possibly imagine. This is 2 Ezra 16. And I started, let me open it up. Here. I'll start at 17. It says, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famines and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You see? This is important, man. This is very important. You people don't believe in these prophecies. You don't believe the men who are speaking the prophecies. You're going to find out the fucking hard way. All right? Just because these things were written over 2,000 years ago, that don't mean that they're void now. What shall you do when these evils are going to come, man? Verse 19, behold, the plagues are sent. Tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. You see? They're not going to be mindful. The Lord has set up his servants and the prophets on the highways and byways to give you this word, to bring it out, to let you, be informed, to warn you, to admonish you, to give you, the story of what you're going to need to know. And if you feel that this ain't for you, and if you feel that this is all a hoax or a sham, then by all means, don't listen to it. Don't listen. Verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be good and cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth. All right? So it's an every waking morning, man. Every waking morning, there's more evils. They're growing, getting stronger, getting more severe. Okay? And it says, they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Sword, famine, and great confusion. And believe it or not, a lot of people, they operate in when all hell's like really bad. That's how a lot of people operate under pressure like that, man. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Now, we've been talking about famine quite a bit in these last few months, because what's going on with the borders? You got the barges out there, and the ships, the trucking industry, these supermarkets, the stores. People aren't paying attention right now. They're not paying attention. And little do they know, they think that this is going to be all washed over or bounce back and get back to where it used to be. Babylon is falling, man. This place is going down. It's circling the drain. You know, why would they want to put food, back in the shelves? Okay? They're doing these things strategically to get you to be what? To be compliant. They want you to be compliant. They want to get that population down to 500 million. They need you to be compliant. Okay? And in order for them to do that, they have to strategically implement some type of fear amongst the people in the world, to the point where it brings you to the brink of destruction or despair. It brings you to the brink of despair, and then you're only gonna say, all right, I'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do whatever you say. Please, just let us have some food. Okay? But this is the time we're living in. And if you don't have the eye salve to see it, then you're gonna get caught up in it, man. Verse 22 again, it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So the time is coming. The time is near. There's going to be no way out of this thing, man. There's going to be no way out for you individuals who chose to throw the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai behind you, or set at naught the men of the Lord, the counsel of the Lord. This is what you're gonna look forward to seeing, man. Famine, destruction, hunger, pestilence, dead bodies. Okay? 23. It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. Right? There's going to be nobody what are you going to do, man? Everybody's going to be on that same so-called page, man, where they're going to be looking for food. They're going to be looking for shelter. They're going to be looking for protection. Don't come looking around here looking for protection or looking for help. What are you going? Everybody's going to be in that same position, man. Everybody's going to be in the same goddamn predicament. Let me hold from him. Let me open that up. Previous chapter. This is 2 Ezra 15. Starting at 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. All right? These prophecies are absolutely beautiful, man. They're beautiful. And one would say to us, oh, you guys have been saying that for years. You guys have been reading these things for years, and we're still in the same situation. Don't worry. Do not worry. You're going to see. You're going to see it. You're going to feel it. And you're going to live it. And you're going to experience it. All right? And you think it's a joke. A lot of these guys who are out there teaching, so-called teachers, they think it's a joke, man. And they'll sit there and tell us that the men of Great Millstone, all we're trying to do is put fear in people. What do you expect is going to happen these last days, man? Everything's getting worse. Everything. And you think all of a sudden, just on next Thursday, everything's just going to bounce right back in order? It's going to get worse, as the scripture says. The evils are going to multiply upon the earth, man. That's exactly what they're doing. The evils are binding up. They're building up. It says 15, it says, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride, and the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Men are going to be afraid, you know? And the only thing that prevents a man from being afraid now is the fact that a lot of men have guns. You know? They have guns. But them guns ain't going to last you forever. The minute you run out of bullets, that's it, man. That's it. So men are going to be afraid. And if you women are listening to this, and you're hearing that men themselves are going to be afraid, how much more are you? How much more are you going to be afraid? Especially women who got all types of pride and all types of arrogancy amongst them. This shit is about to get real, and you're going to see and you're going to feel it, man. Men are going to be afraid. Grown men. They ain't going nowhere. They don't know if they're going to be coming or going, man. But a man of the Lord, and this is why we say, you know, you women out there, you better get yourself a man of the Lord and hope and pray that that man accepts you, that he accepts you and looking to protect you during that time period. Don't come around here trying to look all pretty and cute and shit. Don't come around here trying to be all, oh, he'll take me because I'm pretty. I mean, bitch, you better get your ass out of here. You know? Continuing on. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right? So, we've been telling you, man. We've been telling you. The time is now here, man. Okay? Esau's going to make them moves, you know? And you people out there, you people who believe that, you know, the so-called white man's just going to, you know, bounce back and make everything good again. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, you think they're going to be the ones that are going to, you know, save Babylon the Great? Shit, they're the ones that are going to be one of the ones responsible for bringing it to the brink of destruction, man. You see? All right, so with that, I'm not going to go too much further on that. But I'm going to come back a little, Lord willing, tonight and get another couple lessons in. Like I said, the channel's back up and running. And Lord willing, brothers are edified. So I'll come back on this on the very same topic because there's a lot of information out here that's going down. All right. So with that, I say shalom.